Welcome everyone, straight off the back of a journey to my local B&M. I've decided to go ahead and plant some more winter interest in my tropical style garden. I always knew I was going to put a little bit more of evergreen interest into this. The cordyline was never going to be on its own. So today's video, we're going to just spruce up this small bed, add some more shape to it with these plants. We'll have a little bit of a chat. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So if you are new here, hello, my name is Gaz. I moved into this property in spring 2024. Ever since then, I've been trying to create a tropical style garden on a budget, right? Not spending huge amounts of money, but creating some winter interest, which is very much what I'm on at the moment, mixed in with some really interesting tropical style plants. Right, so with that being said, let's get into today's video and talk about what I want to do with this border. Now for me, when it comes to an island bed such as this, so I'm going to be able to see this 360 in my garden, right? And even though it's only a small bed, I want it to hold such a lot of impact. What that means for me is when I'm walking around, I don't want to see any dead spots in it. So I want to plant around the outside, right? Why I want to do that, I want to create this very much an inspired garden from a place called Volcano Bay. Has a lot of heavily evergreen shrubs around the outside, and they're quite large as well, mixed in with the tropical style bananas that run through it, cordylines and things that we can get away with here in the UK, canna lilies in the summer and hardy gingers as well. So I want to just talk about this a little bit. I'm going to show you how I'm going to arrange the plants and also what I'm going to be doing to it this month to help it grow even better. Not just this bed, but the garden in general. So with having the Acuba japonica just over the other side, I want to completely mirror that and save my Euonymus for the other side. As it runs through, and I've created that shape the other side, and I've almost replicated that with the same shape here, I'm just going to run the Acuba japonica through this side and plant this side with some smaller choisia, which I actually picked up. I think they were just £1 for like a pack of about 6 plants, which were mixed in. I'm never going to just pop them straight in the ground. I always plant them in the pots first and see where they look. My channel's not here to show you, tell you how to suck eggs, right? And that's an expression that I really quite like. But I just like talking about how I do things. And if some of you guys want to adopt that, then that's great. Right, enough talking. Let's get some plants out. Now the recommendation planting widths of these between 18 and 24 inches. They do get a huge shrub. But that's what I'm hoping for, right? I'm hoping to create some shape and some height within the borders. Maybe, and it's a fair comment, I think this lawn is going to get less and less. But I'm all right with that as we get older. Needs a bit more weeding though, right? Now these reduced plants aren't really in the best shape. I'm not going to do any pruning just in case any harsh weather comes in and takes any more shoots off them. But for £1, it's worth a gamble. And the root systems look okay, to be fair. I think this is from B&M as well, on the reduced. Right, I'm happy with that. Let's get planting. Now I'm lucky enough to have a south-facing garden, which means it comes directly from there. So this spot in this border is saved for a beautiful canna lily that my wife bought me last year. I think it's for our anniversary. It's a variety that I really struggle to get hold of. It's called Cleopatra. So Cleopatra is a beautiful variegated canna lily, one of the most, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful in the collection. What that is, it's like a two-toned canna lily, so it has red and green leaves, and the more green it has, it's one colour, I believe it's yellow, and the more red on the leaf, I believe the flower is red. Now, I know it's a mix, but it's kind of like controversial as to how it actually works, but I cannot wait. Didn't flower for me last year with it being such a small plant, but as soon as I get this in the ground, it's going to create some height on the corner, which is kind of what I want, and it's going to be a beautiful addition to my tropical style garden. And I'll have some hard landscape planting, if you like, mixed with the cordyline, which kind of breaks it up, and then a really lovely leafy canna lily, which will look fantastic if I can get it to flower. And not to mention this paddleonia, hope I pronounced that right, it's my foxglove tree, which is going to be an absolute monster of a tree in the middle of my garden. And there we have it, another progress report. Let me know what you think of that in the comments down below. I know it's such a short film for you, but it's really about my progress in the garden, and hopefully it'll give you some inspiration to get outside and get some planting done this February. If you did enjoy it, then please give it a big thumbs up, as it really does help the channel out. Drop a comment down below as it helps share it out to others who love gardening just like we do, right? But until tomorrow, I'll see you in the garden. You take care.